students. I'd like to tell you a little story today. It's a true story about the time I was in a band in university and the time I quit the band. Stories about making good decisions in life, and hope you enjoy it. Begin though, question for you: what instrument do you think I played in the band? Nope, that wasn't it. What do you think it is? You're right. Absolutely. I was the drummer. Believe it or not, I was the drummer. So my brother and I, a cousin and two friends, formed a band way back in the day when I was in university in Saskatoon, and we named ourselves Craven Arrest. It's a pretty silly name, I know that. It wasn't my idea, but they knew a person who was at the Craven Valley Jamboree back when it was called that, and back when it was a rock concert, and he was there and he was crowd surfing. So he hopped on a bunch of people and he was floating around, and the police came and arrested this person, I don't even know who it is, and took him away, miles away to a police station. And he gets there and the police are like, "So you're crowd surfing twice?" And he's like, "No, I only did it once." I guess the rule was if you did it twice you got arrested, if you did it once it was okay. So anyway, he got sent back to the Craven Valley Jamboree, and we call it the Craven Arrest. And then you're thinking, oh, you're craving arrest, or you're craving a rest. Oh, just a brilliant play on words. When you're in university, you think you're pretty smart. So there you go. We were the Craven Arrest. That was our band, and we practiced all the time. Some person could play a note, and we all would know exactly what song was going to be played, and there we go, off to the races. So after all our practice, and we'd practice everything. I mean, we'd practice how we bow, all our jokes we'd say on stage. In fact, we probably practiced that more than our actual music, which is why we are teaching and all that. Anyway, one day we entered the Battle of the Bands in Saskatoon, and we played in front of a packed house at Louis' Pub on the campus. 500 people? I don't know how many people there. It was packed. It was like I got to be a rock star for one night of my life. Wow. I remember before we went on, we're backstage in the dressing room. There's all these pictures of all these famous people who had been there before. Neil Young, Dave Matthews, and so on. And wow, we've made it. We went out and we played, and people were cheering, and it was amazing. And finally got to be a rock star. It was awesome. And then the next morning, it was a Sunday morning, I went to church, 9 o'clock in the morning. I remember kneeling there, and I was trying to pray, and the choir above was singing my favorite church song, and I couldn't hear it, because when you're a drummer at a loud concert, all you hear is a ringing in your ears, and it goes on for the next day or so. That's all you hear is this ringing. And I was trying to listen to this favorite hymn of mine, and I couldn't hear it because of the ringing in my ears from the night before. And it was at that moment I knew, for me, I couldn't have it both ways. I couldn't be a rock star and live my life and going to church and whatnot. I had to make a choice, and I made the choice right there. And that's why I'm your teacher and not a rock star. That and probably a lack of talent, but I chose to quit the band right then and there. So I messaged all the band members and said, sorry, I can't do it. And I'm sure they were very disappointed, and tried to find a new drummer, and never really happened. The band Craven Arrest fizzled out. Almost. So we went, after we had broken up and everything, the band never got back together. We did get together for one weekend, and we went to Saskatoon, and we recorded at a downtown recording studio. I won't even name what it is there for a reason. And we show up Saturday morning. We're going to record 4 songs, paying for it and everything. We wanted to remember what we had done, all the music we had made, So we get to the recording studio. It's like 10 in the morning. And the recording engineer, the man who works there, he had an awesome British accent. And we get there, and he's like, boy, this is early in the morning, 10 in the morning. Usually, I guess he would record with bands till 2, 3, 4 in the morning. Not used to this early morning stuff. We get there, and he pulls out a bag of marijuana. Now, this is before it's legal, and even if it was legal then, that's not something I'm into, I'll tell you. And he pulls it out, and we're like, hey, whoa, we're not into that stuff. He's like, okay, puts it away. So what does that tell you? It tells you that most rock bands, that's just what they get into, drugs, even 10 in the morning. That's what you do, but not us. So anyway, we recorded all that weekend, 4 songs. And if you ever recorded music, it's just about the hardest work you can do. The focus it takes, you get exhausted, just exhausted by the end of the day. Now, this man who helped us record, who had brought out the drugs, guess what? By that Sunday, we had convinced him he should go to church that Sunday. And I think he went to church. He hadn't been in a long time. So anyway, it was just a very happy recording session. We sent in our songs to our local radio station in Nipawin, and they played the songs. I don't know if they still do or not. And we're like, wow, this is great. And I remember I was working at the gas station at the time, and people would come around and, oh, I know your songs, I love it, you got to make more music. And I just felt like a celebrity once again. But then I was like, nope, can't do it. We're not going down the rock star road. So I'd like to give you a little sneak of what our music did sound like, rock and roll. And if you click in the description of this video, there'll be a song called Faceless, which we recorded. First one we recorded, beautiful saxophone in there, awesome drumming, just top notch. And the singer at the end, she's a girl. She actually married our lead singer. I heard her warming up. She sang at the end, and I heard her warming up her vocal cords, and I thought I heard an angel singing. It was quite amazing. So I really hope you enjoy this little story. The importance of making good, healthy decisions, even if it's not popular, even if it's hard to do, you have to protect yourself. That's what I did. I hope you don't mind. Hey, I wouldn't be a teacher if I had, so take care, guys. Enjoy the music.